Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Leanne, I'm a yoga and Pilates teacher, online coach and personal trainer. And today I'm going to take you through an abs session, an abs blast. I'm going to work the abs in lots of different ranges of movement, bringing some relaxation and essential oils towards the end. So if you have any nice smells at home, or if you don't have any essential oils, a nice candle that you can light towards the end of the class, feel free, or have it burning throughout. And let's get started on the mat. Let's check in with our spine and our back and see how it feels today. Exhale in the cat, inhale in the cow. And like I said before, if you are enjoying the cat or the cow more, just linger a little bit longer in that movement. So I enjoy the cow more, so I like to just stay here. We do a lot of back bends the other way, so this counteracts the seated position. And you might want to do less of the cat. Good. Doing what feels good. Our abs are sore from yesterday. I'm going to move our hips side to side, opening the space between the ribs and the hip on that side. Looking at your bum if you can. Can you see your bum on either side? Because I can't. If you can't on the other side, lean into the side that you're unable to a little bit more. Exhale. And let's move your hips over to that side a little bit more, opening the stretch. Then we're going to draw a figure of 8 with our body, coming over our hands, down to child's pose, big circles with the hips. Again, spend longer in any places that you were enjoying the stretch, or if you feel a bit stiff. Again, that somatic approach. Change direction. Figure of 8 we're drawing. And from here we're going to bring our knees, so rib cage in, belly button into spine, cores engaged, and lift your knees just off the floor for 2 breaths. One more. Push back into child's pose or downward dog. Paddling those heels out. Untuck your pelvis so you've got those hips are being sent up to the sky. Engage that lower back if you can. High hamstring stretch. Then knees back down. 2 breaths. Can you feel your full core being engaged right now? Exhale to downward dog. Good. Relaxing the neck, decompressing the spine. Then back into cat-cow. Hopefully you notice a small, subtle difference. Good. So we're going to work our core in lots of different ranges of movement today. All 6 abdominal muscles, starting mostly predominantly with the first 2, the obliques, the internal and external obliques, the sides of the stomach. Also a deep muscle in the back that we use quite a lot for carrying bags. So one knee is directly under your hip, the other foot is out to the side. Arms behind your head, elbows back, and you'll feel this in the back of the shoulders, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Front of your abs are engaged, coming down, so you're almost parallel, and back up. Down, back up. Good. Feeling the stretch and flex, looking for 12 reps. Good. Make sure you engage in the front core as well, have a poke around. Coming down with control, keeping them elbows back. Good. Where can you feel this? Another 4, 2, try and keep them elbows back. You're not pulling on your neck or anything. 1 more. Now, the side that you've been working hard, because this one's been more of a stretch, this side's worked with the same side as your straight leg, is going to face the mat. The side plank dips into pulses, working that back muscle again and also the sides of the stomach. So you can hold on to the mat, going for 15, all the way up, all the way down, pushing your hips forward. We've done lots of these before. So we're going to go 15 and then 15 pulses, and then we'll stretch. Again, make sure you engage in the front of the core as well. Three, 2, and pulse. 15, 14. Switch that bum cheek off on the side if it's taking over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Bottom knee comes forward, top knee back to stretch out the side we've just worked. Exhale on the right. Arm should be over your head, so get that arm right back if you can. Even just for a second if you can't hold it there for long. Pushing your knees and your hips into the ground. Lean in to that stretch, ever so slightly push into the side that you're stretching. Push, 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 push. Good. Swapping over to the other side. So now the other leg is out to the side. Elbows pushing back. Going for 12. See how this side feels and where you feel it. Again, engage in the fronts of your core. Good. 6. Exhale coming up. Inhale down to lengthen. Keeping your neck nice and long. Another 4. 1 more. Well done. So the side that we've just worked with a straight leg comes towards the floor. Holding onto the mat. 15. So push the hips forward, engage the front of the core all the way up, all the way down. Ten. One more, and pulse. 3 deep breaths. Switch that glute off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bottom knee comes forward, top knee back. Inhale, arm rises. Exhale, fold over, lateral stretch. Pushing your knee and hip down. And then you might want to push ever so slightly. You won't see me actually doing it because it's so subtle, the movement. A little edge and a push and a lean into that hip that we're stretching. One more big deep breath in. Good. Feel free to grab a drink. I'm going to do all that once more. So starting with the leg that we started at the front, at the start even. Arms behind our heads. So if you did 12 with me last time, you wanted to drop it to only 8, that's absolutely fine. Doing a lot of volume on the side of the core. Otherwise you can hit 12 again. But feel free to drop the reps. So imagine you've got planes of glass in front and behind you, and you're staying in the middle. Four left. 2. Good. And you finish the last one, the side that we've just worked. Comes onto the mat. Holding the mat, pushing your hips forward. So I'm going for 15, feel free to do 10. As long as you're feeling, it's not so much a burn, it's more of an ache or a cramp in the sides of the stomach. Another 5, 4. Last time we're doing these on this side. And pulse. 1. Pushing them hips forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Bottom knee forward, top knee back. Let's see if we can move a little bit further into this stretch now. Deep breaths. The slower the exhale, the more relaxed the muscle will get. Keeping that arm back and over your head. Good. Over to the other side. Let's finish it. Arms to the back of the head. Going for 12. Good for balance and stability and the icy nights. 6. Remember the planes of glass, staying in the middle. Another 4. Keep them elbows back. You might be burning the back of the shoulders. That's good. You're strengthening. 1 more. Leg that the side we've just worked comes onto the mat. Pushing the hips out. 15. Match the first side. 8. Another 5. 1 more. And pulse. 1, 2. 5, 4, 3 to finish. 2, 1. Well done. Bottom knee forward, top knee back. Inhale, arm rises. Let's see if we can push over a little bit further using the exhale. Really good for tight hips. One more big deep breath in. Excellent. Feel free to grab a drink as we start to move and use the front of the core muscles now. I'm going to make our way over to semi-supine. I'm going to start with pelvic tilts, forwards and backwards, nice and gentle. For any back injuries, and it engages the transverse abdominis, the TVA, the deep core muscle that acts as a corset and holds everything in. It works with the pelvic floor and your back and assists in breathing as well. So pelvic tilts, we're going to open up that curve in your lower back and then flatten it. Open, flatten it. Now without the core braced, it's a back mobility exercise. It's good for stiff hips and stiff lower back. But let's tuck the rib cage in, belly button into spine, and as you're moving the pelvis forwards and backwards, keep your fingers on your lower core below the belly button and make sure there's tension as you rock forwards and backwards. The switch off is very subtle, so keep pushing in and you can feel your TVA, that deep muscle in your core. Stay switched on. So this is what protects your lower back as well, reduces injury. And you should start to feel a deep ache. This works well with high reps, 20 to 40, so let's go another 15. And if you've got that deep ache below the belly button, above the pubis bone, it means you're doing it right. If not, really brace the core and keep your fingers on the core, make sure there's tension. Someone's punching you in the stomach and you don't want to feel it. It might take quite a few rocks to keep it switched on. That's fine, that's normal. As you build this core connection between the mind and the muscle. 3, 2, 1. Good. Hopefully you could feel that. Legs are up in tabletop position. Rib cage tucked in, belly button into spine. Flatten that back against the floor. We're going to strengthen the neck muscles and the upper abs with Pilates 100 exercise. So your hands are just going to, your arms are straight out and you're just pulsing. Inhale for 5 pulses, exhale for 5 pulses. A total of 100 altogether. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you connect to that lower core? And deep breaths, keep that rib cage tucked in, keep pushing your back against the floor. 2, 3, 4. The harder you squeeze them abs, the more tone and strength. Let it burn. And it's normal to feel this in the neck as well. Pump, pump, pump. Deep breaths. Last 20. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. Excellent. Well done. Inhale, arms rise. And a slow exhale to calm the nervous system and relax the stress systems. Again, one more deep breath in. Excellent. Feet together, knees out to the side. Push your your back into the mat. Rib cage tucked in, belly button into spine. You've got core connection. Arms come out. You're just going to pulse up and down. So we work the upper core again. Squeezing the full abs. Now, can you connect to the part of the abs below the belly button? Can you feel that connection? It might be subtle, but really tune into it. And you can strengthen the connection and just know. Again, you might feel this in your neck as we need to strengthen the neck muscles as well. But keep your head faced upright as you're coming up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Well done. Let's give the neck a break. Inhale, arms rise. And a slow exhale. Again. Legs are straight up this time. Going to come into hip kicks, so giving the neck a break and using that lower core. Try and come down with control, going for 20. Just getting your hips off the floor. If you can't yet, don't worry, keep practicing, and the movement, however subtle, you're still engaging the muscles that need to get stronger to do the hip kick. Otherwise, one vertebrae at a time. 10, 9, let it burn. 8, 7, coming down with control. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Well done. Inhale, arms rise. Slow exhale. So feel free to do the hip kicks again, or you can take it a little bit further and bring in a bit of a back stretch and more core connection. So we're going to come right over our heads. If you can touch the carpet, even better. And coming down with control as slowly as possible, one vertebrae at a time. Again, we're going for 10 altogether. Keep that core engaged. It's all about control. Exhale, coming back. Pushing your hands and arms into the mat. Get as far up as you can. Another 2. 1. Slowly, well done. Oh, what a burn. Inhale, arm rises. Again. Excellent. As one leg stays in semi-supine, the other one is going to straighten. Ribcage tucked in, you've got that tension, the core, pushing you back and imprinting into the mat. I'm going to straighten the leg and bring it down again. I'm going to go for 15 each leg. And you should feel this in your core if you're keeping that core engaged. If you can lift your hip off that side to check that your lower core's working hard too. That's a good pointer. 6. Keeping your leg as straight as you can. And you'll begin to feel this burning above your, top of your thigh, which is your hip flexor. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's swap over. 15 on the other side. Again, keep that core engaged. You can keep your fingers as well in the lower parts of your core. Check that there's tension, that you're keeping it. It's easily switched off so subtly. Exhale as the leg comes down. Inhale as it comes back up. Another 5, 4, 3, 2. Squeeze that core, make sure you're feeling it. 1 more. Good. Inhale, arm rises. Slow exhale. Again, 1 more. Pilates scissors next, nice and straight in the legs. We're going to pulse, pulse, swap. Pulse, pulse, swap. Looking for 15 to 20, or as many as you can, because by now your core's fatigued anyway, so anything's a bonus. It's quite a lot of volume. 7. Use it as a hamstring stretch as well. Lower back and glute stretch. 12. 13. You might feel in your forearms as you work on grip strength and biceps. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. 1 more. Well done. Oh. Inhale, arm rises. Excellent. This time our legs are out upright, hands out to the side for window wipers. So the straighter your legs are, the harder it's going to be. You can also bring them down a little bit. For a nice back stretch, or you can go into a little pulse side to side. We've done that before. If you don't want to come all the way down, you can slightly wobble side to side. We're looking for 16 reps. Take your time with these, bring the knees back into the chest. Good. It's a nice back stretch. 8. Another 6. Can you connect to that lower core again? 4. 2. One more. Excellent. Let's bring in the breath work. One more. Legs next are upright. You can hold on to the side of your mat, imprint your spine into the mat. I'm going to bring in little flutter kicks, coming down as far as you can without your back rising off the mat, then up again. We're going to do a total of 10. 3. 4. Again, working the hip flexors halfway, as well as that lower core. 2 more. 1 more. Jesus. Inhale, arms rise. Got 1 more core exercise next. This is an interesting one. This was another Pilates teacher's favourite. She said it targets the middle parts of the core. And I looked in and I thought, that's not much. But when you're doing it, it adds weight everywhere. So arms are bound, legs are bound, crunching into your knee with your elbows. You can bring the hips off the floor, as many as you can, or 20 to finish. And your upper and lower body are just so much heavier because of the bound together. It just feels like that anyway. You're taking your hip flexors out of it. 10, 9, let it burn. 8, 7, 4, 3, 2. See what I mean? One more. Oh, that middle core. Well done. Inhale and rise. Let's go for 4 breaths. Inhale, pushing the abs out. One more. Let's get into some stretches. Now you may want to have your block handy. Spinal twist, hips over to one side, knees over to the other side, and settle in. You can bring your block underneath your knees if you're worried it might be too deep too soon. Deep breaths and settle in. Well done. It's quite intense and a lot of volume. If you're wanting to build strength and tone in the abs, you need to have your protein to build that muscle after revealing the fat as you come into a calorie deficit. So high protein, over 100 grams is a good start a day. It's about 25 grams in a chicken breast, 20 to 25 grams. If you want to increase the stretch, straighten that top leg. And just as a reminder, fat loss doesn't come from exercise. There's hundreds of benefits of exercise for health and fitness, but fat loss isn't one of them. Fat loss comes from calorie deficit you create through your steps, your movement, and bringing the amount you eat either down or changing the quality of your food. High protein, high fruit, veg, pulses, beans, to manage hunger. Every exhale, sinking further into the mat. On the next inhale, see if you can smell the essential oils. Allow yourself to feel that stretch, that pull, and maybe even lean into it if it feels good. Keeping both shoulders on the mat. And come out of this stretch if you need to. 2 more big deep breaths. The slower you exhale, the more you're telling your body and your muscles to relax. One more big deep breath in. Good. Bending both knees and using the weight to come into semi-supine pause and feel that stretch melt away in your body. It gives you a moment to appreciate the stretch. And then we're going to shift our hips over to the other side, knees over, as we change position. Getting them shoulders down away from you. Shoulders down, relaxed, and keeping both shoulders on the mat. Using your exhale. Arms out to the side. Can you get your foot and your leg over to the side of the carpet with your shoulder down? You put your knee on the floor. This is a really important stretch for reducing injury risk. When we wobble or lose our balance, we tend to twist. That's where injury can happen. So we're just staying nice and stretched and mobile. Two more big deep breaths in. Excellent. Bending both knees, coming into semi-supine to feel that stretch melt away. Good. We can bring our knees into Apanasana and hug and roll side to side. Bringing our feet together, knees out. To open up the groin and the hip area. You can place your hands on a block under your thighs if you need to, if it's a bit intense in your inner thigh. Deep breaths and just sitting with that mild discomfort. Trying to relax. Good. Making our way over to our bellies. I'm going to come into a Sphinx position. Long neck. Shining your chest forward. Pushing your hips into the ground. You can squeeze your bum cheeks if you want to just give that extra protection to your lower back. Sitting tall in this asana. Long neck. Pushing your hips into the floor. Every exhale, trying to relax and allow yourself to feel that stretch deep in your lower back. Stay here, or you can go further with the seal, keeping them bum cheeks squeezed. If you can look up to the sky. It's an awkward one, especially when we lose mobility. Carefully coming down, relaxing the bum cheeks, counteracting this posture, hips up, back into child's pose. Feel that tension of the stretch melt away. I'm going to move over to the left, pushing the right hip away from you, opening that side for a lateral stretch. Lean into it a little bit more if it feels good. Over to the other side. Good. And making your way into a seated position, an easy seat. You can sit on your block. I'm just going to come around with some essential oils. So I've got eucalyptus, geranium, and lavender. I'll show you what to do with these in a moment. I'm just going to place a little bit on your hands if you'd like. If you want some eucalyptus. So I've got the other ones, more essential oils. It's fitness body oils. Eucalyptus, all right. Just let us know if you want the other one. This is the eucalyptus. If you want some. I'm going to rub your hands together, creating a bit of heat. So smells are very grounding. Got eucalyptus here, and if you're watching this on YouTube, if you just get some onto your hands. I'm going to rub our hands together, creating heat. You can already begin to smell the oil as you do that, feeling the energy you bring to your hands as you warm the oil up. Coming into your hands into the prayer position. I'm going to take a deep breath in. And bringing your arms back to heart center. Slow exhale again. Deep breath in. Slow exhale. Ujjayi breath if you want to. Having a bit of restriction in the back of the throat, like you're blowing on a mirror. Releases more tension and empties the lungs. Ready for the next deep inhale. Imagine all your stress and worries melting away. Plenty of time to think about those things. This is a time for you and your mind and your body to connect with your higher self. Sitting tall. One more. You can continue this kind of breath for relaxation, or you can practice with pranayama relaxation breath. The yin and the yang, the masculine and feminine, balancing the left and the right sides of the brain. You can bring your hands into a chin mudra. It's respect for yourself, the divine, connecting with that higher divine. Sitting tall. Just settle into the position, noticing any changes that you may feel in your body. Taking deep breaths. body scanning. Starting to send the air all the way down to your belly and feeling it rise. And then the next thing to rise is your ribs and then your chest. And on the exhale, your chest will fall, then your rib cage, and then your belly will empty in those 3 stages. Taking us out any fight-flight responses. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 1, 2. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 1, 2. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 1, 2. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 1, 2. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 1, 2. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue. Sending the oxygen all the way down the belly. Noticing the coolness on the inhale and the warmth of the exhale. Every time a thought comes into your head, just see it float by, not paying any attention to it just now. You've got time later to think about that thought. We're not shining a spotlight on it, we're bringing it back to the breath and how it feels. Can you still smell those essential oils? Meditation is a practice. Every exhale, letting go. Relaxing your facial muscles, having some space between your teeth. Set an intention for the rest of the day. Who do you want to be? How do you want to come across? Taking a moment to be grateful for something around you just now. Perhaps it's your heart beating. Perhaps it's not being in pain. Something you're grateful for this week. People in your life. My divine light bows to your divine light. Namaste.